Now, we're outside the hospital in Pretoria, where Nelson Mandela's condition remains critical. We'll bring you more on that later. But the focus in Africa tonight is at the northern end of this continent, in Egypt, where hundreds of thousands of people have poured out onto the streets across the country, demanding that President Mursi step down. Let's go live now to our foreign affairs correspondent, Jonathan Rugman, who's at the biggest protest in Cairo.
Packed, but the Kasranil Bridge, which leads to Tahrir Square, is also packed with hundreds of thousands of people, possibly more than that. The atmosphere is festive, but the demand is very much the same demand we heard 2 years ago when President Mubarak was ousted. The people demand the downfall of the regime. That is what people are chanting here. The risk is that this festive atmosphere turns into violence. But what is very clear tonight is that the Arab Revolution in Egypt is very much back on.
In the cradle of Egypt's revolution, a vast crowd is intent on ousting another leader, baking in the heat of an Arab summer here, but hoping for another Arab spring. 2.5 years ago, they lynched an effigy of President Mubarak here in Tahrir Square. Now it is President Morsi's turn, after just 1 year in the job. And the chants are the same as well. Leave, leave, they shout, deriding him as autocratic and incompetent, as poverty, unemployment, inflation and debt all continue to worsen.
If scenes like this are giving you a sense of déjà vu, well, they are for many Egyptians as well. Many of these protesters say they will not leave until President Morsi falls, in what is shaping up as a battle of wills between Egypt's first democratically elected president and those who say he's failed. And nobody knows where this standoff is heading.
Can you tell me what this badge says?
This badge says that Mr. President Morsi should leave, and he must not continue his term because injustice and repression for the Egyptian people. So we want him to do presidential election, early presidential election.
A year ago, Morsi won 51% of the vote. Now it's claimed that 22 million signatures have been gathered against him. Not the kind of powerful shepherd Egypt's used to, but lampooned as a sheep who doesn't know where he's going.
Aren't you worried that by having these protests, you could invite the army to intervene again in Egypt?
Yeah, we need him. We need the army. We need it. The army is better than the president.
Across town, these are the president's supporters, also claiming to defend Egypt's revolution. Give Morsi a chance, they say.
Any president came through election will not solve all the problem through one year.
They are armed with sticks and clubs and fridge doors serving as shields in case rival protesters come too close. We are the revolution, they chant. 7 more years for Morsi. We are here on the battlefield. The spokesman for the once banned Muslim Brotherhood fearing that if the ballot box isn't respected, dictatorship will return.
Egypt chose to end its dictatorship, to end the rule by force, to end the rule by complicit compulsion. Now the choice is the ballot box through electoral processes. If someone has a problem with that someone should engage in the political system rather than try to force their opinion on the people.
So Egypt's divisions erupting on its streets once again. At best, a recipe for political paralysis. At worst, a return to bloodshed and chaos.